For the purpose of this, I will go ahead and remove all of the other colours that probably shouldn't be on there, but in the techrot encore update, they added Ollie's rocket livery. The only way to get this is to get under 1 minute 30 on the minigame. And the biggest thing I like about this is the purple wheels, the purple tyres. Not too fond of the purple exhausts. They look a bit wrong. The rest of it looks great. There is also, technically, though I will probably have to go into decorate, and the floof as well, that you can get from the same race game that you need to play to get the rest of it. The only way, as aforementioned, to actually get these is to play Ollie's Crash Course. It's easy enough to get there. Just bring up the menu once you are in the Hulvanian Mall and go over to Ollie's Crash Course. But we don't need to, we're already standing here. Ignore the leaderboard. Anything under a certain time, Digital Extreme should just write off because they are illegitimate times, but we're not getting into that whole debate. I was hoping they were going to put a racing game in here. They did, and what is even better is you don't have to be in the Hulvanian Mall to play it. You just have to have visited here and picked something up. Amir, for 5,000 standing with the Hex Syndicate, sells the actual, let's put it as game cartridge, that you can take and use in the Ludoplex ROM. Well, it is a Ludoplex ROM. You can use it in the Ludoplex wherever you place that. And if we actually go in there, you can see all of the mini-games. And there's only 5. But there it is. And as long as you have picked up the ROM, you can launch this from your orbiter if you place the Ludoplex down. Averaging about 133, as I said, that was my best up until this point. All you need to really remember when doing this is pick up the, I'm going to call them boosts, because they will make you go faster. Don't forget to actually activate your boost. If you do it at the start, you'll get a bit of a jump start instantly, which is probably why this one worked so much better, because I hadn't done this prior to this. But it will take, there is no trick. I mean, there is, but that's kind of cheaty and cheesy and it's not worth it. Just do it properly. It may take you an attempt or two. I do believe this was, I want to say my third, but I had played it twice prior to this. It was my third that day, and all you need to really do is that. If you can take the shortcuts, it was intended, otherwise there'll be a wall there to stop you from doing it. Like this. No, missed. Damn it. Pick up every stopwatch. It will take off 2 seconds instantly from your time, and just run the race a few times and you will be able to do laps that are not that impressive and not that clean. The one where I got 133, I fell off the map and there were harsh words said, because obviously if I hadn't have fallen off the map, I probably would have just made it anyway, but I was trying to do something and it didn't work too well. Pick up all the boosts, take all the shortcuts, pick up all the stopwatches, and you'll be perfectly fine on doing this. It will just take you a few times to learn. Do I jump on this one? You'll miss that if you do. Where do I jump here? Not there, because you'll miss it. Damn it. You'll miss that before it even jumped. The shortcuts, do you take them? Yes. They're called shortcuts for a reason, and if you do it perfectly, you can actually cut off extra time by landing on the little stopwatch. Try and pick up both of these, which I tried many times, never actually managed to pull off, so I'm kind of impressed. And okay, that's quicker than I thought. And upon exiting, you will receive the inbox message that will in fact give you Ollie's rocket livery. You will also get some other things along the way. I have absolutely, there it is. I'm not sure at exactly what time you have to beat. I think it's just playing it once. Maybe it's 1 minute 40. to actually get the poster and the floof, but to get the actual rocket livery for your Atomicycle, it's got to be under 1 minute 30. I did of course try taking a few shortcuts here and there just for the fun of it more than anything else, and most of the ones I thought were possible were just a little bit too far, almost like they had actually tested this prior to releasing it. At least they tested something, considering how many other problems there have been in this update since it came out on the 19th of March. It's the 8th of April, and there are still bugs in the game and that they fix, and then there's even more appear. We may get stable at some point, but in the meantime, I love the fact that they added this. The fact the bike game was in the mall and you couldn't play on it had me hoping, considering they added the Atomicycle in the 1999 update, that at some point they would do this. And then they did it, and it's not like it's got multiple tracks, it's a mini game. It's just a quick, short, you can probably in about 10 minutes get this, all the rewards from this, and never play it again. That would be completely up to you, but the rewards are not actually that hard to get a hold of. As long as you remember to pick up all of the stopwatches and hit the boosts when you can quite literally do this second go around. You can do it the first time if you know roughly the layout of the track, or you could do it the first time if you catch all of the stopwatches and the boost. But either way, it's a nice fun little mini game that has quite a nice and interesting reward at the end, even though seeing the anodized exhaust just, it gives me weird shivers, because anodized exhausts tend to peel kind of horribly. But not all the time. I know somebody who's got an anodized exhaust on theirs, and it's been on there for like 10 years. It's filthy, it's faded, it sits in the sun, so it's about 3 different shades of blue, but it hasn't actually peeled off. So as much as I want to criticize them for it, I really can't. But you can always change the colour of it if you want to. But with that, we'll leave this off here. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.